Ladies, I'm here on the show, and I'm going to start off with some NASCAR news here. A lot of stuff. Talk about especially a few things from today. Some updated rules for the 2025 season starting next month. And if I get this done in just a few minutes, then I'll see if I'm talking about anything else. But let's get right into it. So, a lot of stuff to get into. So NASCAR, Jeff Gluck dropped a tweet at 2 o'clock night. News! In all caps. NASCAR! In all caps. Just dropped a major rules bulletin containing a flurry of changes you may be interested in. We'll just thread them here. So, he said one of the most notable, the DVP policy is getting an overhaul. There's no more DVP clock. At least in terms of eliminating a car from the race, cars can go back to the garage to fix crash damage and then return to the race. If they're on pit road, they can work until the 7-minute clock is exceeded, but then no need to go to the garage. There's no clock in the garage. And if a car can't drive back, flat tires rule that is here. It gets towed to the garage, period. But again, that doesn't mean out of the race anymore. So it could get towed back to the garage if it can't drive back, flat tires. Still hate that if you spin your tires flat, you can't drive back. But at least the good news is, it's a huge deal getting rid of the DVP. I've wanted that thing going for years. But why to the garage? It's obvious that all 4 tires easily blow this car when sliding. Even if there's no damage to the actual car, forcing it to the garage because they can't put an interliner in it seems just dumb to me. I mean, yes, it takes them out of the race, and yes, you use it, and people are like, you lose a few laps or what. You shouldn't even need to lose a few laps. NASCAR built a car with a tire that is too low profile for an interliner and hasn't put effort into figuring out how to quickly get them back to the pits. I'm happy with the DVP being gone. I want that thing gone for a while. But just, the flat tires, man, that shouldn't be an issue. Guys are losing 2 to 3 laps before they're even hooked to the truck because of incompetence. And they're going to take them to the garage on top of that like it's a NASCAR issue. You want them to lose more laps? But the DVP eliminating a driver from a race is stupid. I'm glad that's gone. They just need to get a better tire so they can have a better car so they can have an interliner in it. But this is much needed change. So the playoff waiver policy's been changed, and this could be a biggie, and it is. If a driver needs a waiver for a non-medical reason, aka Larson getting that Coke 600 waiver, they lose all of their playoff points for the entire season. All of their playoff points they already had, and they might have. So Larson would have started the playoffs with 0 points if that was enforced. I mean, I guess it's fair. But, I mean, at least we have a clear rule now. Unless it's a medical reason, you can't miss a race. So, I guess that's fair enough. So, another thing, language has changed from takes action with the intent of artificially alter the finishing positions of a race to, and quote, attempts to manipulate the outcome. So more defined in terms of manipulation, it seems. So I guess they might be still mad at Martinsville, looks like. We'll see. So the waiver thing from earlier, what Jeff Gluck tweeted. So the waiver thing, it appears to include suspensions as reasons you lose all your playoff points. That's not just, you miss a race for a non-medical reason. So you better not hook someone to the wall or left hook them. Because you make the playoffs, but they take all your points away. So here's another thing that I thought was interesting in this thread from Jeff Gluck. There's now something called an, end quote, open exemption provisional. A well-known driver who is a, end quote, significant contributor from another series. NASCAR driver's not eligible. Now automatically will make a cup race, so Helio Castro Neves is in the Daytona 500 already. I don't like that. I mean, yes, he's a legend, but he shouldn't just automatically get to qualify in be qualified for the Daytona 500. in my opinion. I guess they requested, but NASCAR just makes things way too complicated. They're just making up shit on the spot. They just made this shit up on the spot. Like, come on, man. So much for the open car storylines. NASCAR just doesn't want storylines, apparently. Like, this, it was going so well until this. So, there's more. This wouldn't just be provisional like a past champion's provisional, where it's a spot in the 40 car field and an extra spot, a 41st car. So, and quote, a 41st starting position may be added if a team utilizes an open exemption provisional, as long as the team has requested and NASCAR has approved the open exemption provisional. Let's just get back to 43 cars. Yes, this is cool, but I think it could have easily led to controversy depending on who is or who isn't accepted. But why does Helio not have to qualify for the 500? But why is he automatically in it? So whatever. So Jeff Gluck also on this thread. This is a bit of a long thread here. We know manipulation manufacturer penalties were likely to be implemented after Martinsville last fall. Now, and here they are now. So here is the part from this thread. The manufacturers found to have violation of the testing policy, wind tunnel policy, team rosters, or code of conduct, they could lose manufacturer points and or loss of wind tunnel hours and or RCFD runs and or member ejection and or suspension. So they could. Well, if there's something as obvious as Martinsville, maybe somebody would. So there's a minor one. It used to be that if you got suspended, it takes effect right away. Now, if it's for a technical violation like a crew chief, that can be deferred to the next race. But if it's a behavioral thing, that is still immediate. And so there's no playoff changes. No playoff changes are included in the rules bulletin today. Check with NASCAR, and that doesn't mean anything either way. Told still could happen, still could happen. Still could not happen. So it doesn't impact it. Well, quickly went through this thread. Good thread, some good changes, but some stuff still don't like. No playoff changes. I'm gonna get the same bullshit manufactured chaos in the playoffs like we do every year. Not surprised. But yeah, that's the thread. Yeah. A good thread there. Sorry, I had to yawn there, but a good thread there of some changes for this season. So, here onto it. So 2311 Front Row Motorsports put out a statement, or released statement, said, "We are pleased with today's decision by Judge Bell to deny the motions to dismiss a motion for bond and look forward to presenting our case at trial." So that's, I guess, a little bit from the update from their lawsuit. It's been going on for a while. So NASCAR's updated their rule book. They added a rule to allow jackman to be over the wall prior to the pit stop if it is in wet conditions. What about damp conditions there, Bob? I'm just seeing if I can find stuff here. Tracks now have tire tests: Phoenix, Charlotte, Michigan, Iowa, Gateway, Loudon. There are no organizational tests except for an Xfinity truck test at Rockingham later this month. Alright, now we scroll to the bottom here. So in that thing obviously I talked about, NASCAR motion to dismiss is denied. Its motion for bond was also denied. It's a big win for the teams, pal. So they're getting cooked by Judge Bell. France family taking them L's. The arrogant NASCAR hard-headed bullies up there getting taught a lesson by these teams. NASCAR suits getting their asses handed to them in court. And the judge, and there was a thing from Bob Parkhurst as well, why they judge denied the NASCAR motion to dismiss this stage of the lawsuit. They tried to dismiss it, but the judge denied it. I think this was NASCAR's last attempt, I guess, to get it like dismissed. It was like their last attempt. They didn't want to get the France family doesn't want their true depths of their greed being exposed. That was probably their last attempt. So some more stuff, gentlemen, some more stuff from yesterday. So Ross Chastain and Shane Van Gisbergen are going to drive the number 9 JRM car in Xfinity Series. Chastain will drive at Coda, Darlington, Nashville, Dover, Iowa. SVG will drive the road courses Mexico City, Chicago, Sonoma, and the Glen. Oh boy, SVG and one of the best cars in the field. Or with one of the best teams in the field. And NASCAR confirmed that full-time Cup drivers will be allowed to do Xfinity race at Mexico City. Obviously. So, Rion Brothers Racing have acquired the number 2 and will be running 3 full-time trucks at Daytona. So they've acquired the number 2 truck. That's fire, that font. Fire! Fire! So, this is the truck race. NASCAR announced a time change for the Talladega truck race in October 17th. That will now begin at 4 p.m. Eastern Time instead of 3:30. Still too late. Trucks already take too long with the wreck fest that happens. Like, I don't know why they start these Talladega races at 3-4 o'clock. There's obviously big wrecks that happen there, and then whenever it's a shortened race, it gets to the darkness, they're like, oh no, we can't believe it. Like, frustrating. But still too late for a truck race, because it's always a wreck fest and takes forever to clean up and start at 4 o'clock. Yeah, just don't get cut. That race gonna get cut short because of fucking darkness. Go figure. So the open cars have been confirmed for Daytona. Will take out Castro Neves, JJ Yaley in the 44, Alfredo in the 62, Wallace for MBM. No, not Bubba, Mike Wallace. And Blowjob McLeod in the 78. To be announced for the 15 car. To be announced. Truex Jr. is obviously going to be Tricon, Jimmy Johnson for Legacy, and the 50 of Amiri Vett. He's like, who the fuck is Amiri Vett? Amiri. How the fuck you say that? Who the fuck is that? Obviously, so Corey Day is signed with Hendrick Motorsports. He will race nearly 30 pavement events in 2025. With HMS affiliates across Xfinity, Trucks, ARCA, and Trans Am. So, he will do 8 truck races in the number 7 Spire truck and 4 ARCA races, including Daytona. In the number 77 Spire car, Hendrick Car is a sponsor. So, we'll see, how Corey Day does. I'm not saying if he's going to be a good or bad, prospect. We'll just have to see. I can't say if this is an A or not. I think it's too early to say if it's an A or not, because sometimes he's a weapon on track. I wasn't really impressed with the races he did, but I don't know. We'll see if he does much better this year. Maybe his racecraft's improved, who knows. Yeah, he's with Hendrick, but he is a weapon on track, though, sometimes. Helio Castroneves, to get more time in the stock car, will do the ARCA race at Daytona in the Pinnacle Racing Group, number 82 car. So, Helio Castroneves. Dean Thompson will be a rookie in the Xfinity Series in 2025. He'll be full-time in the Sam Hunt Racing number 26 Toyota. It's all about money. I mean, he wasn't that bad in trucks when he had speed, but he would always crash. So, Justin Bonsinger to do 5 Xfinity races this year for JGR, the number 19 car. That's it. So, yeah, that's all to say for this video. Peace.